Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play R-Type Tactics 2, Operation Bitter Chocolate. We're now moving on to Mission 8, Fiery Moon Io. Oh, that's fiery, alright. Zigzag through pillars of magma, a burning hell awaits. Defeat the enemy flagship, as usual. Can't use land or marine units, not that we have any anyways. One occupiable point. That is an important thing to know. Jupiter's moon, Io. Not completely unlike Earth, as it is another volcanic place in the solar system. A geothermal facility had been built here through a collaboration of the Coalition and the private sector. We are to merge with new crew members at this base. No major military bases are anywhere nearby, so this power-generating plant serves as our rendezvous point. However, just before reaching the facility, we ran into a Granzella fleet. So just now I ordered the fleet to be battle-ready. I think so far we've only fought the Bido in a single mission, right? Mission 3? And every single other battle has either been against Granzilla or 2 exercises against Coalition forces. Pretty sure as we get deeper into the campaign we'll fight more Bido, but for the time being it's very much human versus human action. Oh, this is some cool music. Oh, I like this music a lot. Our fancy new owl light. Now where is this occupiable point? Is this it? I still think that looks like a helmet. With that being the visor. Regardless, yeah, that would be it. And that should be the only one, because it said that there was just one on the mission summary screen. There's nothing to mine here, but we learned that the craft repairs, so deploying a craft might not be a bad idea. However, the POW armor I think is faster. What is the speed differential between them? 3 versus 2. Well, I mean, that's 50% difference. That's not nothing. I'm going to do the POW armor, and if I have the room left over after deploying all my combat units, we'll do the craft, but I have my doubts. We will try our fancy new warhead, of course. Which should interface with a standard force, I think. Even though they're basic, I love the arrowheads because their wave cannon charges so fast. Ditto for the Grace Note, of course. Now, I reckon I'm going to want lots of firepower, so I want to do the Morning Star or the other Grace Note. I do really value fast charge times. Let's do the other Grace Note. That's it. We're full up. No craft for us. Still using that transport as our flagship. Do not underestimate the transport. It's so space efficient. And we're always so cramped. Let's not forget to ask you, Lieutenant Gazarov, any advice for us, any words of wisdom. Oh, it also tells you how many spoils there are on each map. I don't need to guess. My goodness, I'm learning so many things. It helps when I actually read and look at the interface instead of just derping out. Also, thanks for the incredibly obvious update, Lieutenant. I suppose it's a little bit mean of me to be that sarcastic, but really now, do you think I don't notice the massive magma flows everywhere? Is there any cost to using the desync sonar? Yes, it has limited ammo. Okay. I cannot attach to a regular force with the warhead. Well, that's depressing. Okay. Lesson learned. You are going to go down and occupy that point. Off screen, I ought to go see if I missed any spoils then, since the game just straight up tells you how many spoils there are that you haven't claimed on each map. I guess it's better late than never for me to notice that. A little bit of screen tearing still. I could try wiggling my screen. And then transform fit to screen. There we go. Very cool area, by the way. Well, cool's not exactly the word, is it? Scorching hot. But the point is, it looks awesome. Fire areas in video games are always fun, fire-themed, and this is certainly that in spades. This is another level that I would love to play as an actual shmup level, in addition to a tactics level. Maybe I should have deployed a craft instead of that extra force. The craft's ability to repair could be very handy. But we didn't. We have the force, so we shall use it. Oh, I can't move there. I can't move there either. Whatever. No room for the decoy yet. So if you're wondering what the weird, like, phlegmy looking, bubbly, flashing things are, that is showing us where magma flows are going to be switching on and off. Like so. Oh, that's a very chill theme. Yeah, when it's orange like that, I think that means that you do not want to move through it. Yeah, high temp matter. And I think if you're in it when it turns orange, you just get blown up. I think so. Anyway, clearly it's not something we want to experiment with. That could go very poorly for us. I should experiment with the desyncing at some point, too. Get a feel for how it works. Seriously though, so many of the environments in this game are so beautiful and so well done. Like I said, the PlayStation Portable was really quite a graphically capable system. It was really good. Had a lot of good games on it too. Quite a number in my PSP library that would be fun to LP someday. But there's always more potential fun LP projects than there is time to do them all. So you kind of just have to prioritize. That will never make sense. But it's fine, it's a game mechanic. Alright, yeah, there they are. Enemy AWACS has encountered our Grace Note. And it looks like we forced them to stop right in a hex of magma, so they might get destroyed. Uh-oh. We're about to get nuked, aren't we? No, those are just tracer missiles. And they targeted my force. Okay. I am pretty okay with this. Yep. Confirmed. If you are in a hex when it gets filled with high temperature matter, aka magma, you explode. This makes sense. Oh, what are you? A future world Sonic Fighter. Interesting name. Advanced R9 model with improvements focused on mobility. Evasive, great for attack positioning. Can move again after attacking. Well, that just sounds overpowered when you put it like that. Blast Wave Harvester. What the heck is a harvester? Can harvest destroyed Bito lifeforms and convert them to Bitogen. So it's not a weapon, really. Or is it? Can that attack non-Bito? The unfortunately named Photon-Pedo. And the Blast Wave. Okay, interesting. Well, shall we use our Warhead on it? We don't have the Split Wave ready to go. We do have contact missiles, which I believe this is the range of a contact missile. At some point, I do need to experiment with the desync. Maybe after this engagement, once we destroy this squadron and anything that might be behind it. It's countering with the photon. I'll call them photon torpedoes. And they missed, so that was fantastic. Let's get our forces in there to support, I suppose. Maybe see if I can make a tempting target out of my owl light. Let's look for any desynced units. Nope, none detected. And let's get our Grace Notes in position and ready to go. Alright, well you... we need down here to get ready to liberate that point. Donk. Oh, you're charging up. It would be great if I can force you to stay stuck in here and get destroyed. You know what would also be great? Is moving this force to here, pushing this guy into this, which might instantly destroy it. Let's experiment with that. I can't get that far. That's depressing. However, what I can do... basically redundant to get them at this point. However, wouldn't I just destroy my force if I do this? Because my force will occupy its space? Is that how it will work? Or am I incapable of pushing it back? because the space behind it is considered solid right now. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's science. Okay, good. I don't know if this will accomplish much, but I'll try. No, that accomplished nothing. Photon torpedoes attacking my warhead. Block them with contact missiles, I guess, or counter with contact missiles. Oh, are you about to get destroyed because you ended your turn in a oncoming magma flow? Also, am I about to get Belmonged? I sure am. No, my warheads. Yep. He exploded. Your head explode. Well then, I think it's time to experiment with the desync. So, how does this work? Do I move and then activate it? Okay, yes. And while I have the desync activated... Also, it showed me right there that in the lower right, the triangle means attack radius and X is move radius. There's so many things I could have known a long time ago had I only, you know, used my ability to read. But it's fine. We did find these things out eventually. Let's make a decoy. And then move in to liberate. That's kinda surprisingly out of the way. But that's kind of the whole point of those liberation zones. They're out of the way, you go there and put a unit in them and get a reward for it. For your exploration and discovery. So how solid are these? Like, it looks like you can't even see or fire through them when they're in magma flow mode. Or it's just a wall. So in other words, this force and my AWACS are about to get separated from these reinforcements behind them. Maybe I didn't think that through very well. Oh, hello. You look like you're probably a decoy, the way you're acting. You also act like you may explode, because you may end your turn in a magma flow. Let's force ram you, for fun. It did not fire with Vulcans, increasing the probability that it is a decoy, but just in case there's anything behind it, let's wave cannon it with the really long range one, the Grace Notes Dense Wave. Why did my screen go black? That's not great. Hello. Okay, wiggling the window fixed it. That was very strange. Fit to screen. There we go. Apologies for that little graphical oddity. Can I finish it with tracer missiles? 3 hit points, and it's about to detonate, isn't it? That's very irritating. But there is not really a lot I can do about it. Okay, it got destroyed by the magma flow before it could self-destruct, so all those shots I poured into it were unnecessary anyway. Where's the enemy we encountered? It is another Stayer squadron. We'll force ram it. Running right into another one, which promptly Balmongs us. That was my owl light. That's very rude. It's just sitting there. Okay, so being desynced makes you drain fuel a little faster, but not much. And wow, I can move through solid objects. I remembered desync correctly after all. That's incredible. I'm going to want to build a lot of these, I think, for the Garrod mission. These will be so helpful for the Garrod mission, it will be unbelievable. I think I'm going to want more than just this one. However, I need to resync in order to go in the hangar, and apparently that ends my turn. Okay, so my memory was accurate. Desyncing does let you move through solid objects. That's incredible. But you have to spend a turn resyncing, so it's not like you can just immediately resync and then attack in the same turn, which is fair. That would be kind of overpowered. But we learned a lot about how it works from that little bit of experimentation. Meanwhile, down here the situation could be better. So it warns you if you're trying to end your turn somewhere that will get you blown up. And the AI is just too stupid to pay heed to that warning. Whoever the Grand Zella commander is that we're fighting in this mission, they're not the brightest. They're about on par with the coalition officer we were fighting that kept ending his unit's turns adjacent to his own mines. A real brain. Real galaxy brain. I also like... Oh, it's one of these guys, one of the Haxons. Oh no, and its pile driver's ready. I guess we're gonna get to find out what it does. Probably blow my force to smithereens. But I also like how a lot of the maps have these little gimmicks like this. Like the magma flows to turn on and off. It really makes them more interesting by virtue of having all these interesting little gimmicks. Alright, you're already attached to that force. I could detach it, but it wouldn't be able to get close enough to be useful. Look at all these guys just chomping at the bit, waiting for this magma fall to abate so that they can go through and start wreaking havoc. They are ready to go. Wow. That is powerful. That's a real ship, because it's Vulcaning us. Jormungandr Custom. They customized it by giving it an extra 5 points of fuel. As far as I can tell, that's the only difference. And once again, I'm cut off. But I can force ram that Stayer Squadron, so I'm a happy camper. What do I get for liberating this? More additional forces, perhaps? That would be pretty great. Oh, we got Salonia more, 20 points worth. And we got an Albatross and a Tentacle Force. That's incredible. That is awesome. Tell me about this Albatross. Experimental force-enabled fighter fitted with an impact wave which hits the enemy from within. Okay, so it's got decent range and it spreads. It's pretty much strictly better than the basic wave cannon, except it probably charges slower, 4 turns instead of 3. I think the basic one charges in 3, right? Armed with contact missiles. Let's double check. I think the basic one charges in 3. Yes. Tentacle Force sure looks weird. As a force route instead of a force ram. An erratic body ram maneuver with higher power and accuracy than the standard force ram. Nice. We're still just sitting there unable to do anything. Boy, if I could fire that wave cannon, that would be pretty great. We know that there's a couple dudes with pile drivers waiting right on the other side. So maybe we don't want to just fly into that. Just a thought. Just a friendly thought. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to lead the way with my decoy. Let it take hits for me. I'm dropping depth charges on my force. Firing missiles at my force. My force just takes it like a champion. Balmunged. Was that Balmung? I think that was Balmung. Balmunged my grace note. How dare you? Alright, Stayer Squadron, you have overstayed your welcome. I'll be here all night. Nice. Let's go ahead and attach the Albatross to this Tentacle Force. You need to get out here and start resupplying some folks. Donk. Okay, so he has rudely been doing a lot of damage to my units here. My poor Grace Note Squadron. But what we're going to do is we're going to transport our force in here. And then we're going to force ram this transport in the face for its rudeness. Return the favor. Its Vulcans will probably do a lot of damage to us. We should do a lot of damage to it in return. This 25, not too bad. We did way more damage to it. Took off half its hit points in one shot. Beautiful. I could make it through there with a fast unit. It's tempting. Let's go ahead and deploy our warhead, freshly repaired. And attack the enemy transport some more. Here, what I can do is pause in this little hole. Are you sure it's dangerous? Does that count as dangerous? Oh, it's probably talking about my force, but I know about that, and I have a plan. Yes, stop there, it's fine. I know what I'm doing. Because we're going to detach the force. Ah, unfortunately the force can't get out of there. At least not forward. But what it can do is just take the long way around. So I guess this squadron is just kind of doing a one-man flank. It may just get pile drivered in the face for that, but it could also potentially be pretty awesome if I can do a pincer movement and unleash its wave cannon on something. So it's high risk, high reward. We'll see if it pays off. How are you doing on fuel? 14. You're getting kind of low. Going for my POW armor. Dropped death charges on it and took out half its HP. Very rude. And force still alive. Also going for the POW armor. It's just a decoy, so even if they destroy it, I don't care. It's the whole reason a decoy exists, of course. Don't panic, Lieutenant. Everything's fine. I wonder how this thing would do trying to force ram a Haxon. I have no idea. I kind of want to try it. I suspect it will end badly. But this is an experiment for science. No, that went fine. That went perfectly fine. This is why we experiment. I cannot get in a good position to use the wave cannon, sadly. But I can reset the charge on its pile driver. And that's something. There we go. Respectable damage, too. Tracer missiles are not awful if the enemy lacks something that can counter them. Oh, that could go badly. Especially considering that is my flagship. Is it safe here? Looks like it, yeah. That is not safe in any way, shape, or form. Do you keep your charge if I put you in the hangar to refuel? Well, more science. How do I see what it's carrying? Hangar. I do still have my charge. That would be a bad place to stop. Yep, go ahead, because we're going to detach our forces, so it's fine. The Albatross is pretty cool looking. It is chunky. It does look like a big, heavy fighter. I like that about it. It's a nice contrast with the really sleek fighters. Alright, I haven't moved you guys. Do I care about destroying the transport? Yeah, I think I do. Show us your power, Warhead. Actually, why don't I just finish it off by detonating my decoy? Should I do that? Maybe I should. Then I'll have that much more firepower to send it to Haxon. Decisions. On the other hand, if I detonate it, it's not going to be taking more shots for me. Maybe I'll keep it around a little longer. Oh, can you not attack from there? Kind of seems like you should be able to. You have plenty of tracer missiles. Oh, right, I have to move first. I always forget about that. No. Why? Why do you do this? Why do you survive with 1 hit point? It's obnoxious beyond belief. Fine. I should have just done this in the first place. Why are you like that? Poor Haxon stuck in between 2 force-ramming forces. Brutal. It's the ultimate rock in a hard place. 6 hit points. Aha! The triumphant music begins! It is looking pretty good for us. I wonder if the enemy flagship is another Vannergund. Let's hope not. Those things are a pain. Hex and charge. Try to dodge it. Failed. Destroyed. Nice. Haxon is almost like a knight. It's like, oh, there's the spoils here. I'm going to want to grab that. That is not a safe spot to end my turn, though, is it? No, I don't think so. Oh, I hope that I don't end the fight before I grab the spoils. I almost forgot it said there was a spoils to get. Yeah, it's like they took an R fighter and then mounted golden knight armor around it, and that's what the Haxon is. Man, the desync sonar is useful. You're just about full hit points? Well, maybe not full, but it has a lot. So we're not in imminent danger of destroying it and ending the level. We have to destroy the enemy flagship anyway, which I don't think we've even found it yet. Oh no, I thought you couldn't move those. I actually didn't want to move it back. Giant unit that cannot be pushed back. That is a lie. I just pushed it back. I took the description's word for it, and the description lied to me. Yes, we still haven't found and destroyed the enemy flagship. Oh my gosh, if it's a Vandergand, I'm gonna rage a little bit. I don't need to destroy another one of those right now, it's a pain. Yeah, this would be another cool level to have a R-type shmup run in. That and the Mars level have really stood out in that respect to me. Is there anywhere I can stop that's not dangerous? Oh, and that's my flagship, so that's real bad. That is not my decoy. Apologies if I'm a little tired for this recording. If you've thought that I sound a little tired or sleepy, it's not your imagination. I've had a pretty busy day. Not a bad day, but I've gotten a lot done. A lot of chores and errands, and I'm a little tired after all that. But I'm doing my best. And just having a good time with some R-type tactics. You know, it's kind of a relaxing game to play a lot of the time, too, since it's turn-based. There's no frantic reflex and coordination tests. Just purely using your mind. And you can take your time. Have a fun, chill gaming experience. I do like that about turn-based games. Now, you know, it can occasionally be a little enraging, as we may find out when we get to that Garrod mission. It'll be really funny if we get to it and I easily destroy it on the first try after hyping it up so much as being difficult. Running low on those contact missiles. There's their warship, and it's a Pressvelger, or however the heck you pronounce that. Okay, well, it's not a Vandergand, so it's just a destroyer. Presumably an upgraded Nidhogger. Also, I think I can wave cannon it. Grab that spoils, man! Heat-proofing. Alright, well, it seems like an appropriate thing to get here. Let's see, how do we want to do this? You're kinda hurt. Oh, I have multiple wave cannons ready. However, he can't get to where he can fire it. Trying to decide the best way to do this. Let's go ahead and force ram the Haxon. That should destroy it. Yep. Can I hit you with my wave cannon from right here? No, the wall is in the way. But I know I can do it from here because it's a destroyer, so it's got almost like a rifle stock hanging down. Nice. It's kind of weird how the animations all have the shots hitting the bridge right in the face. I would have had them targeting the hull. Because honestly, when the bridge takes a wave cannon to the face, it looks like the bridge ought to just explode instantly. New destroyer with enhanced missile array and desync shot against desynced units. A docking bay has been added for repairs. Okay. So I guess the default destroyer doesn't have a docking bay then. Anyway, we're going to swarm it from all directions and blast it with missiles like there was no tomorrow. I love this soaring, majestic theme for the Earth Forces victory theme. Or I guess not victory as in you've already won, but victory as in you are winning the fight. It is very heroic and inspiring sounding. It's gonna be funny if that's a decoy and it detonates in my face. Oh, I cannot move through that right now. And I do not want to leave my flagship there, or it will explode, and that would be a depressing way to end the mission. Alright, Tentacle Force, I guess for now you're going up without your fighter. Looks like maybe that Power Armor and Destroyer are the only enemies left. Okay, it's a real Power Armor, not a decoy. Depth Charge. Do I want to defend or use my Photon Gun? Let's defend, I suppose. Oh, that still did pretty good damage, unfortunately. That Warhead's been getting really beaten up this battle. Go ahead and retreat. No reason to lose you. And have you not get experience for the battle. Alright, my Grace Note still has its cannon charged. Kinda surprised the enemy let that go. I would have thought they'd have made a priority out of targeting it. So I'll just move my arrowhead out of the way, move my Grace Note into position. Some of the fighters get really cool names, by the way. I love the name Grace Note. So elegant sounding. There's some other really good ones too, like Crossing the Rubicon for a really heavily Bito-modified unit. That's pretty awesome. We haven't encountered that one yet. I don't know if it's in this game, but it was in R-Type Final. And you know, there's some others too. Open fire. I think this will win it for us. If not, the Destroyer won't have many hit points left. And that won it for us. Nice.
提督、作戦終了です。このエリアは我が軍が鎮圧しました。
Alright, pretty good. We're now level 8. Needed for heat source weapons. Ultra heat resistant pipe to control a tokamak. Whatever the heck that is. Rod for containing a force fitted with laser controlled tentacles. What a phrase. And we got Captain Yamamoto. Is that like Mr. Yamamoto from Super Famicom Wars? And we got Togasaki Squad, the pilots of the Albatross. And the control device Wabi for our new tentacle force. Nice. We had repelled the enemy fleet and were able to confirm a new Granzella warship. According to analysis reports, the new warship has destroyer-class loading capabilities with a desync shot that could be operated remotely. By analogy, win fights with transport ships. No, their shipbuilding tech is real. Granzella's own shipbuilding tech seems to be a reality now. After the battle, our crews merged. Responsible for ship maneuvers are Colonel Yamamoto and Lieutenant Diana Verano. Oh, I think that's going to be a new adjutant, our final adjutant for the Earth Coalition. Lieutenant Verano saluted me after handling the necessary formalities. She has a mature demeanor about herself. Well, we are finally at Jupiter and approaching the strategic target Gerod. The main sieging fleet has already gathered on Saturn's side of Jupiter's orbit. It led us through Jupiter's atmosphere to hide from the enemy and join the main forces. We'll besiege Stronghold Gerod as a stepping stone to thwart Grand Zella. Aspiring Adjutant Lieutenant Verano has been assigned. Appoint her in Lieutenant profile. As usual, when we get a new adjutant, we will use them for at least one battle before going back to our default Lieutenant Waifu.
提督、お疲れ様でした。いかがなさいますか？提督、報告します。新兵器の生産が可能になりました。
Well, let's briefly check on the new R&D we can do. Okay, so the new fighter we can make is this badass-looking red fighter. The Principality, what a name. That, of course, is a type of angel in angelology. Heatwave, a tokamak. Is that a real word? I guess leave a comment if you know what a tokamak is. I've never heard this word. That compresses heat and releases it in a powerful burst. Very effective against the biological Bido. So it's an anti-Bido unit. And it requires more selenium than we've got, so we'll have to farm some selenium if we want to make one. And we can now build albatrosses. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Here we go. And building that also just requires selenium that we don't have. But we got one for free, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, new force types. Ooh, a fire force. That sounds awesome. Requires Bitogen, which we have enough of. Force fitted with fire weapons, which deal heavy damage to organic units. I'm tempted to make one. Because we already have a tentacle force. Experimental force attaching its metal tentacles to the control rod. This offers precise laser control and enhanced defense. Now let's make a fire force. Why not? We have very little Bitogen left. I'm not going to assign it a force control device right now. Alright, last thing we'll do for now is check out the new adjutant. Lieutenant Diana Verano.
提督、ディアナ・ベラーの注意です。よろしくお願いします。
Origin continents. Favorite color purple. Favorite food beer. I mean, that's a drink rather than food, but let us not quibble. Bold and devoted. Born in Ishgard City, Earth. Studied military science and law. Has a legal license. Friendly but strict. Talented. Mental caretaker of the crew. And let's see what the alternate art looks like. Okay. As usual, the cartoony art has its charm, but I am going to continue to stick with the default. So Lieutenant Diana Verano seems like kind of the sexy Onechan sort. Not really my type as much as Lieutenant Hiroko Gazarov is, though. But we'll use her for the next battle. I may farm some selenium off-screen to build a new fire force, because I think we might be fighting Bido in the next mission in Jupiter's skies. Yes, around Jupiter's Great Red Spot we encountered a Bido herd, wipe it out. So, it may be worth making that new firefighter. But I will do any farming off-screen. So, next time we will do Mission 9, possibly with the resources we need to make some new tech. I'll see you then.